Basically, this is part of the introduction. Today, I will be showing you a real application of the list. As you are well aware, the functionality of an ERP software is data collection, cleaning up, posting, and reporting. Basically, recording of data and a reporting of data. Now, recording of data, there are various means to record the data using the whether it is using barcode or various gadgets are there. Right, we can record the data on various means. That's it. Basic funda of data collection is the data has to be collected as and when it happens. That's it. And then and there it happens. So as and when, then and there. This is very important point of data collection. Like whenever we are designing a data entry form, our objective is to collect the data then and there, as and when. So this way the data collection will go more accurate. Now, collection of data is basically part of the recording process, and then we have the reporting process. For reporting, the customer or the user requirement will be a lot. There will be a lot of reporting requirements. In this reporting requirement, now we have a fantastic grid tool at which we can present the linear information. Massive number of records are getting presented so fast, which is capable to do the further three things which I always say, like filtering, grouping and sorting. This is the basic three things a grid is expected to do, which the grid what we are using, basically the DevExpress grid, doing a fantastic job. It can manage or pump in massive data and it can be presented in no time. On top of it, it performs in a very fast way of sorting, grouping and filtering. So basically what I mean to say is, on top of these basic three requirements of grouping, sorting and filtering, on top of the capability of the DevExpress grid to present massive data which is coming as an input to the grid, the presentation or the so-called rendering is so fast, and naturally it is having further many capabilities, which includes the formatting capability, especially for the color changes, like the row color can be changed, and on top of it, the pivot capability, graph capability. These all are fantastic, like especially the pivot also is very nice. Now, since we have a tool called the grid, which can present large volume of linear data, our reporting perception of the user also has changed. Like whenever we show a summary, naturally user will ask for the details. So here comes the terminology drill down. So our perception, or as a programmer, our duty is to bring the linear data than going for a summarized reporting, because summarization is grid's job, right? We need to give the linear data, and summary will happen in a very fast fashion by the grid features. Yeah, so now in this session, I just wanted to mention about how we need to bring the data. Okay, like I hope this message is clear, that we need to bring the linear data than bringing in the summarized data. So now I will show you a typical example what we have done in our in-house ERP for managing a concept called Monday Coupon. Yeah. So how I am very happy about the way the output has come, which I will show you now, which you also can see, and your problems, the potential error also is being identified and exposed in the list. So we are talking about a Monday Coupon list. So let me explain you the business process. Like as a company, when we are committing, forget about our company, this is applicable for any company. Like we are giving, we are issuing some Monday coupons in advance to a customer, and whenever our colleagues go there for doing the work, after completing the work, they are collecting the coupon back. So naturally we have a coupon issuance module, and we have a collection module by which the employees do bring the coupon back to the office, and they are giving it to a secretary for scanning it in the system. So we have a complete, fully complete logistic movement of the coupons. So naturally, coupons are getting issued. Actually, this concept of this coupon issuance is a new business requirement for an organization called Fax. For an organization called Fax, they wanted, they have got some consulting that by introducing a coupon, we can bring a lot of clarity to a particular business process. Yeah? So as an organization, a company called Fax started implementing. Fax wanted to implement a coupon system for bringing transparency to their business process. Such calls can come from any client, but in our case, Fax assume it is a separate entity. So let me explain you the process. Like there has to be a coupon issuance module. Monday coupon need to be issued. If the customer is asking for 100 coupons, we will print 100 coupons. Or if he is asking for 40 coupons, we will print 40 coupons like this. And this will be given to the client. So this Monday coupon has a issue voucher number, MDC, it is Monday coupon issuance, and there is a voucher number, issue voucher number, and individual serial number for each coupon. Each coupon has got a number. So naturally, as a software company, since we are using a software called Fax ERP, system is capable to print a barcode for each of this label, yeah, with a unique serial number. So this kind of serial numbered coupons are issued. So this is issued using a Monday coupon issue voucher, source document, material issue voucher available in the Fax ERP. So we have made a printout, and such coupons are being made. Now these coupons are handed over to the customer, and our guys are going there and working. They are bringing coupons every day. This coupon is given to the secretary in our company, and she is just scanning it in the system, and we are getting some of this recorded. Yeah. So this is a process which I don't want to go in detail. But now I want to show you a list which is called issue versus consumption. So at any point of time, we want to know how many coupons are issued, how many are consumed, how many are remaining with the customer, when is it expiring. Naturally, this coupon has got an expiry date also. Within 6 months they will have to consume, or within 1 year they will have to consume this. So this kind of information also is there. So we have made a list in our Monday coupon issue voucher, which is called issue versus consumption. So let me show you that list. And this list is being used by Vinod. So it's very easy for you now. like you need to just group by the issue voucher number. When you group by the issue voucher number, you can see all the issue vouchers you have created. So here I am just grouping by the MDC number. And see the columns here are the MDC number, the coupon number. See now let me talk about the coupon number. Actually the issue voucher is made for mentioning the count of coupons. So we are joining this with a serial number master and producing individual split numbers, which is called coupon number. And then I have a row type here, which is issuance or consumption. When I say I for issue, I can see 1655 coupons are already issued. I can see the customer name, effective date, work location. This is not very important, but now let me show you a very practical case. So I am just grouping by the issue number, and I can also group by the coupon number, right? So let me just take a practical case of a client. For example, Dystech, where we can see 101 coupons are issued, 45 are consumed, 56 is balance. Yeah? When I expand, I can see each coupon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When I further expand, I can see the issuance as well as the consumption. So issuance is the one which is happening first, so I sorted by the effective date. So I can see this voucher is issued on so and so date. And the next one will be the consumption. Right? Okay. And it's very simple. There's no big thing in this. But now, what I want to emphasize is the easiness is in identifying human errors or practical mistakes. See, whenever there is balance is showing minus, what does it mean? Coupon already, no, not coupon already
consumed, finished.
No, coupon
Not issued.
not issued and consumed, it will not happen because coupon can be the scanner is it has to be there. So the mistake is like coupon is scanned 2 times. Coupon is consumed 2 times. Such a mistake, practical mistake can happen, which is getting notified immediately. Because we have complete linear data, we are not going for the summary. Whenever you see a coupon consumed or the balance is minus coupon wise total, that means twice it is now. So that is an error which you need to resolve. You need to identify, you need to find out what went wrong and you need to resolve this issue because data needs, the accuracy can be achieved by doing some rectification action, right? So the mistake is notified easily. Okay, now there is another mistake, like our employee collected that coupon from the client side, but he did not produce it or hand it over to the secretary so that she could scan it. So such mistakes are also being identified here because the client is supposed to issue coupons in a sequence, correct? Because you are stapling and giving. So he will tear off the one on the top.
Yes.
Whenever there is a 0 here, see for example in this particular case, coupon number 25 is not consumed. It's not about not consumed.
It's not scanned.
It's not scanned. See, I can see the advantage from your face. I could read it. As a user,
That's right.
user is happy because such a mistake is getting notified very precisely that coupon number 25 is missing because it's not consumed, but 26 is consumed, 24 is consumed. So here we are getting that information very fast. All these mistake is coming noticed or notified because the grid shows that. The grid is showing because the data we produced in that fashion. Right? So this is what I am trying to show you. So this is a mistake. This is a mistake means this total consumption which is reported is mistake because it's not 45. So now you can investigate what went wrong. We can investigate easily what went wrong because again we can collect, we can see here the 24, this is collected on 22nd August and coupon number 26 is collected on 25th. Correct? So here now Friday and Saturday. Sunday coupon is missing. Or in between we can identify also, we can at least we can get a clue what date the coupon may be missing. Maybe we have worked on Saturday, on that day the coupon did not come.
Or maybe two people have gone and the same day the other one is not utilized.
No, but still the coupon has to be there.
Yeah.
Right? We can
If
investigate.
they are taking seriously, they are definitely, it should be there.
So it is so easy to identify problems also by having a proper data produced in a proper fashion. Basically, as a programmer, you need to have a holistic view about the customer requirement also. Because in this scenario, the maximum thing a user can ask to our programmer, our implementer is, hey, I want a report of how much quantity I issued, how much is consumed and how much is balance. I want this customers. This will be the code. Right. But there is a potential underlying risk of human error by which there can be a problem in the collection of the coupons and recording of that particular consumption, which is getting notified very easily. So this way, if we design or conceptualize or visualize the presentation, customer will feel very happy about this. See, right? So customer has to be happy. Then only we will get, as a company, we will get good word of mouth reference so that we can get more business. And this way, we are saving more time because we are not going for making a summary report. Summarization is grid's job. Our job is to bring it. So how the data need to be brought in is very important. So like this, I want to show you some examples. One example is this, which you can, for sure, you can take it. I have some more examples to show you, which we can record and we can present. Right.
Yes.
So as a user, you will be happy because you are now getting an opportunity to identify where the mistake is. Not only you are getting the summarized information of issued, consumed and balance, you are getting notified that here there is a risk. So this is achieved by having a quantity column where we are keeping +1 for the issuance and -1 as quantity for the consumption. So when we are grouping by the coupon number, +1 -1 is equal to 0 means it's consumed. If it is +1 means it's yet to consume. If the total is -1 means there is something went wrong. Either it is the coupon was not issued or it is recorded as consumed 2 times. So there is a mistake. The mistake is coming notified that in which coupon the problem is.
Yes.
So this is what I was emphasizing, that we are achieving this by bringing a quantity column, a fictitious quantity column to handle this situation.
For better analysis.
For making use of the summarization capability of grid. This is the point.
That's it.
Right.
Rather creating too many reports, we can get more information on the grid itself by just grouping and having using.
Yeah, we could group it because we are bringing a quantity. So as a user, you don't need to worry about what is why the quantity column is coming like this. It's not your problem. We are
Final.
we are visualizing in this fashion. This is what I wanted to bring. I want to emphasize that there has to be a quantity column with +1 and -1. Similarly, we have LIFO and FIFO. This is also a fantastic mechanism. Like for example, we have a handover transaction in our in-house process. Basically, whenever an asset is being handed over to you, we are having a recording of this. And this process also was a business requirement, like to keep the offsite backup. To keep the offsite backup, our IT department, Amal or Jinto, is giving me a USB hard disk to keep it offsite. So again, the logistic issue. We have an asset number, USB has got a number, asset number is there. But what is remaining with me, what am I handed over to him, whether I hand over this or not, no idea. So we made a handover transaction in such a way that whenever there is a handover take place, there is a from and to. Like whenever I am giving you a USB hard disk, we are recording in such a way that I am giving you this hard disk. That's it, the transaction finished. That transaction finished. Now after 2-3 weeks or next month, you may give this back to me. That time there is a new transaction
The same
that
asset.
this asset is being handed over from you to me. So this is another transaction. So the data entry is visualized in such a way that every transaction is recorded separately. It's not that we are going to that or old transaction and marking that yes, this is returned. Instead of that, it is going like a linked list. So now we just sort by the asset number. So we know that okay, from him, from this to whom, from whom to whom to. So in case if it is not been handed over and if there is a missing data entry, because sometimes I come and I am just handing over to him, I did not book a transaction for this. So that time this asset, again Jinto will come back, give me back. That time we can identify, hey, there is a transaction is missing in between because the transaction is not recorded.
That's right.
So this kind of mistake also will get notified from the handover transaction. So in handover transaction, at any point of time, we can easily find out asset with employee,
Yes. Where it lies.
where it lies, because this will be the LIFO transaction. Last transaction is with whom, we can easily find out. See, this is our in-house ERP is conceptual showcasing of Grid's capability to handle business problems of an organization like FACS. Right?
Yeah.
So this is a problem, okay, this is a solution for this. This is a problem, this is a solution. These are called proven solutions.